Today is Christmas Eve, and we all admit this holiday season is like no other. Not being able to spend time with family and friends can lead to feelings of sadness, loneliness, and disappointment, not only for adults, but for children too. So our resident psychotherapist, Jennifer Tomko of Clarity Health, joins us this morning. Jen, Merry Christmas Eve, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So can you tell us what some things these children might be going through this holiday season? We know it's just so different and so tough.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of kids can't do the things that they normally would. And I love the segment that you just talked about how there's like guilt or fears around not traveling because this might be our family members like last Christmas, for instance, and not that we're worried about that. But the kids are also experiencing sadness and loneliness. And there's an influx of letters that are coming in to Santa saying, hey, I really want to see my family members, or I'm worried about, just like, please get rid of please get rid of coronavirus, so we can have a normal season. So there's a lot of negative feelings for these kiddos. They're feeling disappointed. They're feeling lonely. They're feeling, frustrated. I mean, just like the adults are.
And what would you say is the best way to communicate with these children about those feelings? Because like you said, we're all feeling it, but it might be harder for those children to express that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are traveling, but we're not going to be able to see most of the people that we wanted to. So the sadness around missing out on those people, I'll tell you what I'm telling my kids. First, we want to just label the feeling. Like, I'm so sorry you're feeling disappointed. I know that you miss them, and I do too. So validate it. I don't blame you for feeling sad. That sadness makes sense to me. Empathize with them. Make sure I get it. I feel like I'm missing out too. You want to really try to connect with them and then help them figure out ways of coping with it through finding good things that are going on. Like, okay, let's just embrace this, or let's plan to visit it on spring break, or whatever it is, but we want to help them cope with the feelings that they're experiencing.
Is this also something every child will go through, or specifically affects more a certain group, or is it just every child will pretty much go through something like this holiday season?
It's so individualized. The best way to do it, if a child's not, giving you the letter to kind of tell you like, hey, I'm feeling really sad right now, or they're not expressing it, please just ask them. They may just be understanding that you're going through a lot and they don't want to stress you out, or they haven't even labeled the feeling. They just don't feel great right now. So check in with them and just ask, very empathetically, like, hey, I'm feeling a little sad. Do you have anything going on for you right now? And then the kid might have an opportunity to open up and even understand their own feelings a little bit better.
I have one more quick question for you. So let's say it's a younger child versus an older child, and just the way you communicate with them about this. Is there any particular tools you have for speaking to a child who might be on the younger side and not really able to understand as well?
I think that the conversation will look the same. I think the difference would be the coping skills that come from it. So for maybe a younger child, you say, I know we can't see so-and-so, or I know that we can't travel, but that's okay. Let's have a slumber party or a picnic in the living room, or let's, I don't know, you will find something that might be more appropriate coping-wise, but I think that the steps of labeling the feelings, validating, and empathizing will be the same. Where an older kid, you might say, hey, you know what, I get it, and let's go and let's do a scrapbook together. Let's knit something, like let's do something together, even painting or whatever. So I think the coping skills are going to change age to age.
All right. Thank you so much, Jennifer Tomko, with great advice as usual. Merry Christmas Eve. Hope you have a great holiday. Sam?
Well, the 2021 South Florida Fair is canceled, but we do have some good news for you. Organizers